Hey gang, Chef Cutting here. I want to talk to you about a friend of mine, Tag Powell, who's assembled an exciting paleo cookbook. It's the International Paleo Recipes for Two, and it has great subtitles. There's like 59 made breakfast, soups, salads, main courses, and desserts, all genuinely paleo perfect. I'm even including some of my own personal favorite recipes, which you're about to see right now. I promise you, when you try this book and any of the recipes that it may have, you are going to just die in love with this. So let's get started with one of my first favorite salads, spicy beef salad. Take a look. So, have you had some really cool dinner salads before? You can have this one with dinner or lunch. This is just a great salad. It's designed around giving you some great protein, and it's paleo. And this is what I like to call my spicy beef and horseradish salad. We're going to use the root of the horseradish. We're going to use a really nice piece of sirloin. We're going to spice that up with some great herbs and spices, and then we're going to serve that on a beautiful bed of wonderful salad. So without any further ado, let's get in my kitchen and let's go ahead and make the spicy beef and horseradish salad. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my kitchen. We are making an awesome man-like salad tonight. Not that ladies don't appreciate steak, but this is a very, very hearty salad. And why is it? Well, because we're making it with sirloin steak. And what I have here is a 6-ounce sirloin. I have a teaspoon of chili flakes, a tablespoon of honey, a teaspoon of dehydrated garlic, a tablespoon of horseradish. I've also got 1 tablespoon of olive oil. I've got 1 teaspoon of homemade mayonnaise, okay? And it's actually more of a tablespoon because I'm being generous with it, but you should use a teaspoon unless you want more dressing. I have a red onion for thin slicing, and what I'm going to use the tomato and the red onion for is for my garnish on my salad. I'll be serving this over 6 ounces of spring mix. So what we want to do first is get the steak seasoned and grilled. We're going to cut that and let it rest for a few minutes, assemble the rest of our ingredients for the salad dressing, and then we are in business. So let's get started and season that steak. Okay, shout to the gravy. Shout to the gravy, knowing that the gravy. Giving in the gravy. Okay folks, I have a steak right here. Now you'll see that I've got a big fat line here. I'm okay with that because that fat's going to render on the grill. But I got some cartilage here and chewy stuff that I want to take off. So I'm going to use my knife real quick and I'm going to trim that off just so that I can be sure that when someone eats this salad that it's going to be enjoyable and it's not going to be tough. So I want to get rid of all of those. So that's another perfect example. That's silver skin right there. You don't want that on there. So I'm just going to just cut that piece off completely. And there you have it. You know, this is a really good piece of meat. And you can tell this is a fat line because if you just touch it with your knife, it cuts. So that's just going to melt away when we cook it. All right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and season this bad boy. I'm going to take a little bit of my olive oil here. And I'm going to put that olive oil on the steak on both sides so I know it's nice and covered. And I didn't want to use all of it, I just used a little of it. I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle my dehydrated garlic on both sides. And be pretty generous with this because this is the main seasoning for the steak. You want to get it on both sides there like that. We're going to take the pepper and I'm just going to sprinkle a little on the top there and then a little on the top there. I don't want to really move that around too much because I want it to stay where it's at. And then if you wanted to and you want to add some cracked pepper on this, but the chili flakes are really going to make this spicy, so how much chili flakes that you put on this is how spicy it's going to be. I made it so that it has a teaspoon, so it's going to be kind of a medium heat. But if you wanted to make it less, you obviously tape that back all the way up to maybe a 1/4 teaspoon or even just using white pepper. And just before we're ready to put it on the grill, I'm going to put some of my horseradish and rub that over the top of the steak. And I'm going to rub some more on the other side of the steak, just to give us some horseradish flavor on that steak when we cook it. All right, that thing is ready to go to the grill. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got my grill fired up. It's on a medium heat. I'm gonna go ahead and place my steak right on the grill. Oh yeah, that looks really, really good. I'm gonna crisscross this. I'm gonna serve this medium rare, so this is gonna take about 2 minutes on one side and then 2 minutes on the other. We'll come back to it when we're ready to pull it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't do this for effect, but the flame broiled steak is almost done. Just gonna go ahead and I'm going to show you real quickly here what it looks like there. Look at all those grill marks. It just looks so beautiful. And then on the back here, I've just flipped it. So it's got about another minute on the grill, and then we'll slice this puppy up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and get this puppy started here. I'm going to go ahead and remove this from the grill. This looks like it's ready to go. We're going to go ahead and put that and bring that over to the cutting board. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've got this beef all ready to go. Now, you saw when we had it raw, the grain of the steak goes like this. We do not want to cut it like that. We're going to cut it on a bias cut going out like this. You can also see that that line of grease is almost gone, or fat rather, is almost gone. And that's good because it rendered right through the steak. So here we go. I'm going to cut just like this so that there's a nice bias cut. Oh, look at that, folks. Perfect. Perfect cut, folks. Perfect cut. Piping hot, full of juice, flavor in every bite. Okay, I'm going to let that rest for about a minute or two, and then I'm going to go ahead and put that on top of our salad when we dress it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, while the steak rests and we've got it sliced sitting to one side, we're going to start making the dressing. So I'm taking the honey right now, and I'm putting the honey in the bowl. Then I'm going to go ahead and take the horseradish and put that in the bowl. That'll be the remaining horseradish. I'm going to take the mayo and put that in the bowl. And I'm just going to go ahead and mix that all up into a little bit of a sauce. Now, if you don't want this to be a sweet sauce, then you can just omit the honey. But the honey really makes the sauce work, because otherwise it tastes too much like sour cream. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people that prefer that. And so I always say, hey, if that's the way you want to make it, then make it that way. But you'll see what I mean with making this great dressing, because this dressing really is very, very tasty. And it's original too, because it's my recipe. All right, so give it a taste. Oh yeah. I'm gonna make it a little more spicy, throw a little more horseradish in there. That's good. And I'm also gonna put a little cracked pepper in there, because that's just me. I like a little pepper in my salad dressing, so I'm gonna put some in there. All right, I'm gonna just work that out into the dressing. It's always important, folks, to taste what you make before you put it on the plate, because you never know. You could have done something wrong. And trust me, I do something wrong all the time. Perfect. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, it's got a nice little kick to it too. All right, take the dressing out of the bowl, put it to a container, and put it to one side. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do the final parts of our prep here for prepping for the steak salad. So I'm gonna take my tomato here, my half tomato. I'm gonna flip it over here, cut it like this once. I'm gonna cut, boom, boom, like that. And then, oops, runaway onion. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just cut this 2 more times like that. Now I have nice little chunks of tomato right there ready to go. Now, as far as the onion is concerned, we want to cut this into very, very thin slices. And the way that you can cut a quarter of an onion like this in real thin slices is to cut away from yourself. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to cut like this. You see how I'm cutting away from myself, from my finger. I'm actually cutting down, but away from the onion. So I'm almost missing the onion, and that really gives you a paper thin cut. And you want that because onions, you don't want the onion to overpower the salad, and a thin onion like that, just so easy to eat and so beautiful on the plate. So that's perfect prep right there. You're ready to go. As soon as we're ready to take our spring mix and put it in the bowl, we can go ahead and put our steak on top. As you might have guessed, I've purposely left that residue of dressing in the bowl so that I can bathe my spring mix in there. I have 6 ounces of spring mix that I'm going to just toss inside the bowl. So we'll get that done right now. And then after we feel like this has been covered with the dressing completely, we'll go ahead and transfer that to our salad bowl and finish this wonderful salad. Now right here, I'm going to tell you, there's probably enough dressing in here. I'm just going to take that bowl of salad dressing and add. I'm just going to add just a little more. Perfect. And just toss it just a little more so it gets a little creamier. Because the steak, you want this to be a hearty meal. So I'm going to put a little more dressing on that. All right, we're good. We're going to put this in our salad dress. We're going to put. Okay, we're good. We're going to put this in our salad bowl and finish the salad. All right, there's our salad bowl. We'll go ahead and move our salad into our oversized salad bowl here. And again, I'm going to push the salad to one side. You don't have to do that, but I'm going to do that because I'm going to lean my steak along here, and you'll see what I'm going to do with the remainder of the dressing. All right, as I promised, we're going to go ahead and place the steak on the salad now. I'm going to take the steak, and I'm just going to spread the steak out sort of like a fan. It's rested for a few, so the juices have kind of bled out of there a little. Now this steak is going to be very, very moist, but it's also going to be a little spicy from the chili. So what we want to do here is we want to just fluff up that salad mix just a little more so that really looks higher than the steak. And you'll see why, because now what I want to do is I'm going to take that salad dressing and I'm just going to put just a great drizzle over the steak like that. Look at that, folks. Look at that. Beautiful. And so with the heat of the steak and the sweetness of the dressing, this is really going to make the salad work amazingly well on the table and, of course, in the taste buds too. Now, we're going to go ahead and take the red onion and strategically place that around the salad area. And you know what? You don't really need to put it on the steak, just around the salad area like that. And then the same thing along with the tomato. Just place the tomato over there like that. And then if you want to do something really cool, you could always put a nice sprig of rosemary on the top of that steak. And you know that's what I'm going to do, right? There it is, ladies and gentlemen, a nice big sprig of rosemary on top of my steak. I give you spicy beef with horseradish sauce. Bon appetit.